here at the NAMM show on the Gamechanger audio booth. Now, there are so many people claiming things are game changers that we've almost banned the name, but you're entitled to it because it's your company name and you have a product that actually is unique. In fact, the reason that we're wearing these sunglasses is because of the radiation exposure to the plasma beam tube in this pedal. No, just joking there. But this is an overdrive pedal that's based around a high voltage plasma tube, which makes a nice change from two clipping diodes, doesn't it? So Ilya's going to tell us all about it, and then he's going to demonstrate some sounds.
Yeah, hey, hi everyone. Hi. So, Paul, exactly, thanks for defending our name. Gamechanger is a hard name to live with because you actually have to come up with stuff that holds up. So our first product was the Plus pedal, which was last year.
In fact, we've run a review of this, which will be in print very shortly.
So exactly, yeah. So this was our first product. This is what got us started off in the effects in the effects world. And when we designed this, we didn't want to do something that's a rehash of something that's already there or just a different flavor. We wanted to do a different look, different feel, different idea altogether. And the same sort of goes with this distortion pedal over here. I come from a musical background, and basically I was trying to ask my engineers, okay, but what else can you, why do you always have to use transistors or a series of LED diodes or vacuum tubes, or why are those the only components that are typically being used for overdrives? And then we were brainstorming a lot and trying to come up with a different way to achieve distortion and distort signal in different ways. So we're all big fans of setting stuff on fire and playing around with high voltage and Tesla coils and that kind of stuff. So we decided to attempt to convert a line level signal, like a guitar signal, into a 3.5 kilovolt electric discharge, and kind of like harvest that crackling stuff that occurs.
Right, so you're applying this high voltage guitar signal to one end of a discharge tube,
yeah.
And then you're using some kind of pickup system to collect the energy and translate that back into audio.
Pretty much so, yeah. So there's an old-fashioned coil transformer that kicks the signal up to 3.5 kilovolts in short bursts, and then that signal gets discharged and goes to ground. And there's an antenna that picks up the radiation surrounding this tube.
Okay.
So, and that's actually what harvests the resulting signal.
So I'm guessing the results are somewhere between a fuzz box and a lightsaber.
I don't really know, because believe it or not, I've never seen Star Wars. But the result, there's a very unique character to the sound because of a few things. Number one, there's a lot of non-linear harmonic properties occurring because of this weird kind of high voltage situation here. So the sound is really responsive to squeals and pinches and all kinds of saturated high tones, high notes. And secondly, it also doubles as a naturally occurring noise gate device. Yeah. Because when I'm not playing, I can hold a Telecaster next to a overdriven amp at room temperature, so to speak, and I don't have any horrifying feedback, that I usually have, because the electrical path at this moment, when the tube is not on, it's actually, there's no signal happening because the electric path is broken.
Okay.
Only when I intentionally pluck a string, the signal gets connected, and the result is you get very significant staccato kind of feel,
so it's like a heavily gated fuzz.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's time to listen to some sounds, I think.
Sure. Let's go. Let's do it.
well, that's certainly an interesting sound. It's kind of like fuzz with just a hint of that octave fuzz going on, and as you say, some very complex harmonics. And I think the kind of Swedish heavy metal guys are really going to go for this one.
Well, my hope is that doom, like stoner doom metal guys will love this, and I also think that somebody like Schofield, some sophisticated jazz people could like this stuff as well, because distortion is a very noisy kind of ordeal sometimes, and I hope that this, I hope the jazz guys like this pedal, you know, because I think they could use some distortion as well.
Okay, so when do you hope to be shipping this, and do you know what the price is going to be?
Yeah, well, what I can say right now is we're going to do a pre-order round on this. So just like we launched our first product, the Plus pedal, we were kind of turned to the internet for help. We said to people, so here's the concept, you can pre-order now, and once we get enough funds to start production, then they will be produced. So that's how we did it last year. We got a ton of customers who pre-ordered it for a pre-order price, and only then we did one massive batch of production. So we're going to do the same model this time as well, and I'm absolutely sure it's going to take much less time this time around.
So do you know what price you're going to sell at?
I think we're playing with certain numbers right now. I'm not prepared to say it yet, but I think it won't be over £300 definitely.
Okay.
Because we want to keep it accessible.
That's great. Well, thanks very much, Ilya. And is it now safe to take off the radiation shield?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me just disengage. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Yeah. Hey everyone.